Welcome back, everyone. Give your furniture that antique look by distressing it. Tyler Garrison is the owner of Regeneration Station in Asheville. Tyler, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
This is a really cool looking chair. Talk to me about what we've got going on here.
Well, you know, one of the things we see a lot at the Regeneration Station is we get a lot of furniture that's maybe a little out of date. Maybe the paint's gone bad on it. Maybe it's just out of style, and you want to give it a more modern look. So this is something that's really easy to do. Anybody can do this, and in fact, if you guys stay with us for the next segment, you'll actually even learn how to do the upholstery portion.
Oh, neat.
But I'm going to start with the wood portion,
which
is how to antique furniture. And it's a pretty simple concept. What you're going to need is you're going to need paint, you're going to need sandpaper, and you're going to need some sort of finish. I recommend a wax, but there's all sorts of finishes out there that you can use, a poly or whatever. But very, very simple. And so this is kind of a completed piece, and I'm going to show you just some really basic stuff that anybody can do from home. We sell a lot of it at the Regeneration Station, but it really is something that people can do themselves.
So this is very in right now. This is
very
stylish.
It is. It's very stylish. In fact, as crazy as this probably sounds to a lot of people, the older it looks, the more in style it is. If it actually looks old, it's a good thing. You did a really good job.
All right, let's get started here.
Sure, absolutely. So you're going to want two different sandpapers. I have a 40 here and a 220 here, and I'm just going to show on the top. This is a piece I painted last night and distressed the rest of in your parking lot this morning. A few minutes ago, actually. It's pretty simple to do. So what you want to do is you'll start, and you can just kind of hit the edges. And random is good. You know, if you look at the way a piece naturally distresses on its own, it's going to be pretty random. And so as you can see, I'm going all the way down to the wood in certain spots.
Oh, I see.
And then in other spots, I might not. I might just take the top off. And this is where your 220 is going to come in at the end, because this is going to have a very rough product, as you can see, very rough sand. You want to use something a little finer, a finer grade sandpaper for the end to give it that nice smooth finish.
So you do that over the top of that?
Correct. Once you're done with something a little thicker, a little more robust, you're going to do 220 or 400 grit sandpaper.
Easy.
Super, super easy. And then just to show you the difference, you want to run your finger over that?
Sure.
And by the way, kids, always be
rough,
safe. Always be safe. I didn't do this before, but if you're sanding, you should have protective eyewear.
This is our protective eyewear.
This is our protective eyewear.
This
is our Regeneration Station sunglasses. We got you a pair just for you today.
Thank you. These are great.
They're great, right? So that's pretty simple concept. And then I want to show you when you run your finger over this. Feel that?
Yeah.
And then
it's kind of rough right now.
Pretty rough.
Yeah.
And how easy it is to just hit it with. Now feel there.
Oh.
So much smoother.
It looks good.
Still looks good. You don't take too much of the paint off. And then the final thing you're going to want to do, something that I'm all about using things that you find or that you have a lot of extra of. This is just car wax.
Oh.
And believe it or not, car wax actually works really well as a finish.
Does it? Okay.
It makes a great finish. You rub it on, let it dry for about 30 minutes, wipe it off, and you're done.
Very affordable, and it looks great, and I can't see very well. So I'm going to take these off so I can read the teleprompter. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a few minutes for our second segment.
Sounds great. Thank you.
We are back here transforming that old piece of furniture into something looking brand new. Our friends from Regeneration Station right here in Asheville join us again this morning to help us upholster. Nikki Allen is with me. You are the creative director and upholster. And what are we doing right now?
Well, one of the things we get donated a lot of is chairs at the Regeneration Station. Some of them need some love. So we were thinking of creative ways to, turn something old into something new. One of our friends at Indie Peace had some organic U.S. made t-shirts that they were runoffs.
Oh.
So we took them and we decided to reupholster a cushion with them.
Wow.
So just a quick little note about upholstering. When things have like a design in them, you want to make sure it's centered.
Okay.
That's one of the most important things. So when you staple it in the spots you want it to hold on to. And then you're going to move from like the inside out. And you can also use your hand to help pull it together and then staple.
Oh, sure.
What I brought is just like an electric stapler. You can use a hand stapler if you want. You have a staple remover. This is not the technical staple remover, but
it works.
This is the one I like the most. So yeah, and you just take a mallet and you can like bang out the staples pretty easily.
Cool.
You really kind of want a nice pair of scissors. You're going to be cutting through sometimes thicker fabrics.
Sure.
Staples and actually protective eyewear.
Very important when we're doing something like this.
And you can get them at the store, or you can come win them today. We're at the home show downtown.
Right, right. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. How long does it take to redo something?
Well, it's actually pretty simple. It depends on the fabric first. Some fabrics are hard to work with, need a little more love, need a little more toughness.
Right.
The t-shirts are really easy, and you have them around your house too. So, you know,
point.
instead of like throwing them away or using them for other, you can use them to like spruce up your kitchen.
Oh,
Or your
man.
dining room.
I think I could upholster like maybe a whole bunch of chairs in my home with all the spare t-shirts we have.
Yeah.
Well, talk a little bit about the fundraiser you have coming
Okay.
up.
So it's next Friday.
All right.
We're doing it for Habitat for Humanity, which is very near and dear to our hearts. All proceeds that we get are being donated to the Habitat. Local businesses, they have donated beer, food, entertainment, all kinds of fun stuff. There's going to be a raffle. There's going to be a silent auction also. It's going to be March 28th at 7 p.m. So you don't
Okay.
want to miss it. It's going to be a really good time.
No, awesome. It's all for a very good cause, and I believe we have a finished product that we can show you too. Are we going to be able to get to that beautiful chair with that t-shirt material that you were talking about?
Yeah, and that's also a distressed chair, so that's what Tyler was talking about earlier. It's really simple. I can do it. I've done it, you know, and sold it at the store too. So
Awesome. Good to know that we could do it, Nikki. Thank you so much.
thank you.